And if you guess ES was next, you are correct. Welcome back to another video of the monthly outlook, where I believe price might be delivering more to the bullish side more than you think. Now, this does get dramatically tricky because we just created internal range liquidity. Is that possibly sought after? Could I be wrong for bullish price action? Yes. Do I think that I'm wrong? No. Do I have my own self internal belief that I might be right every time? Yes, I am a trader. Of course, I would love to be right all the time, but I also have to take in the understanding that I'm going to be wrong 30% of the time. Well, that's what my data tells me. I am wrong 30% of the time. So, this is why I believe I need to be a little cautious when it comes to ES. And there is a chance I could be wrong in my previous videos. I could be wrong that NASDAQ could be a better choice for this upcoming month. Right? I talked to some other guys in the group, and they were like, yeah, they love NASDAQ. Even though I pointed out some things on a higher time frame, they said they are ignoring that due to the lower time frame price delivery. In my opinion, NASDAQ looks a little tricky on the higher time frames, and I put more emphasis on the higher time frames. But they like lower time frame, which is all cool, and we're going to see how price prints this month. Now, the reason why I say this is tricky because we have a low here, a high here, but guess what? We have internal range liquidity here. And that, Jesus, that could be tricky. Why? In my opinion, price always goes from external range liquidity to internal range liquidity. Excuse me. Wow. Bro, it's the morning. Why am I yawning? That's where price could go. Let me delete this. Make this a little more cleaner. Now, to me, yes, we've already shown a sense of rejection off of this order block, open and high here. Now, to me, that's enough, right? To me, that's enough. I see a sense of rejection, and we still close bullish on a simplistic candle reading objective. That's all that I need. And if I go to the weekly, we're going to see another reason why I absolutely believe that we're going to have higher price action. When you look at the quarterly theory, I'm going to put the indicator on my screen in a second. It's the exact same indicator as this, but I'm going to take this off so we just have one indicator on the screen. When you look at the quarterly theory, you see that we finally displaced through the open of the most previous quarter opening price and showing a sense of rejection from lower time frames. Well, on the lower time frames. We respected this order block. If you go to the higher time frame monthly again, you're going to see that sense of rejection here. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate, clone. There. You see that we rejected multiple times, right? Now, to me, grab this rule tool. You see that we also rejected off the mean threshold of the most previous structure. Well, let's just say area of accumulation. You can figure that out in the future. We are accumulating longs here. This beautiful displacement higher through this structural high. Now we are respecting this entire structure. Another reason why I believe that we're bullish is that we displace off of collecting sell side liquidity, well, internal range liquidity, and the higher time frame order block. We displace off of that. Now we have a brand new order block. Can we print price off of that? Can we engage on a little bit lower of pricing before we go higher? Now, I do find this might be a little difficult due to the fact that the area of manipulation is here, the mean threshold of this wick. So this is what price is telling me. Price is telling me, based off how I'm reading, we're going to open, we might go lower, then we go higher. That is all. Now, of course, I would love for price to swing lower into this order block here. underneath this internal range liquidity. Well, it's not really internal range liquidity yet because we need to print a high. So let's see what the first week does, right? But that's what I see when it comes to ES. I would love for the manipulation to be a little lower. This is where distribution might happen at. See it here? And then we're going to rise. Will I get that? I don't know, but that's where I am on price right now. I'm bullish, and I'm finding areas where price will swing lower before it swings higher. Same thing with my most recent video where you have the open, you have the low manipulation, then you have the high distribution above this high, and then we're going to close somewhere here, right? That's what I'm expecting this month. And the indicator's telling me that we're going to go to the mean threshold, possibly to this low. We're going to see. Let's go to the daily real quick. Now, the daily, you see that we have this beautiful displacement. When we finally got away from this low, we had a beautiful displacement over the most recent structural high. Beautiful. Now we are consolidating at this high. Now we need to identify, when are we going to move away? How are we going to move away? From what? When? How is this going to work? Me knowing that I'm bullish, price saying that we're going to go lower. Oops, that was crazy. Let's put the indicator back on just so I can be very precise with where I end my drawings. It says that we're going to open. It says we're going to go lower this manipulation area, and then we're going to go higher. Oops, I should put that back. Don't ask me how I drew that so straight. I don't know myself. So, but what this is telling me is that there's a chance that we could just keep above this order block here, because we finally close above here, and just use that as an area of structure to have higher pricing. Now, is that true? Maybe. But what are the things I need to look out for when it comes to ES? The fact that we've been in seek and destroy for a very, very long time. When you look at the most recent consolidation area, I always do the first high and the first low after taking taking liquidity. Usually when we have this type of a box here, let me go down to even lower time frame just so you have a better understanding. Keep going, and when we have this very strong pullback, that is what I use. This is how I identify external range liquidity and internal range liquidity, especially when we're consolidating. First high, first swing low. Beautiful. Every time that we get past this swing high collecting liquidity, we swing back inside of the range. Boom. Now we're back on the sell side. Where are we going? Back to the buy side. Now this is why I said it could be tricky. Why? It's because we have this internal range liquidity here. It looks like we're creating some here today. I thought the market wasn't going to be open today, but it looks like it is. Should I do... Let's just see what price might do. I was not interested in trading today, but obviously, I'm a trader, I get excited sometimes. Now, I'm looking at the opening of price. Here, we swing lower. Is there a chance that we're going to respect this and continue lower? I would love that. Going to the first week manipulation area, or even the monthly manipulation area here at this low. But is there a chance that can swing all the way low? To be honest, I can't even envision how price is going to print. Because every single time that we collected buy side liquidity, we just continue to snap back inside of the range to the other side. Will that be different this time? Well, have we printed the structure before as soon as we collected buy side liquidity? No. We never printed bullish structure. Bullish price structure as soon as we collected buy side liquidity. First time that we did, we printed bearish, right? So now we're moving lower. When we collected here, no. It was immediate rejection every time. We never really place a displacement going to buy side liquidity. You feel me? When it goes to buy side liquidity, there's no gap here. There's no order block here. When doing it, there's no gap here. There's no order block here. I mean, there's a gap here, right? So that could be a hint. Look at it. Could be a hint. And now we're here. Are we actually going to continue lower? That's a possibility. All in all, I'm bullish on ES and NASDAQ, and that's what the following video is going to be, NASDAQ, and why I believe NASDAQ has the possibility to print better, right? But for me, when it comes to higher time frame, it's not clear enough at all. So let's see. Follow along with the following video. Let's see if you agree or if you disagree, and I would love for you to validate or place your opinion on your what and your why when it comes to ES and NASDAQ. And I'll see you in the following video. Thanks for joining. Hopefully this has been insightful. Give you my word to make this very simplistic, because that's what I like. I like trading simplistically.